You're now tuned in to 13 Signs Astrology YouTube channel, as well as 13astrology.com. On this episode, I'm going to be presenting the ones from my perspective. What I mean by presenting them is that a lot of times you have to be careful when these ones drop, because if they aren't presented correctly, there could be a misunderstanding as to what's really going down. So the latest ones dropped where the Giants actually had took the ones and essentially won them last night. And the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and point out what that is this: the Giants come from, because it was the Giants going against, I believe, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now, you can quote me on that, and if I'm wrong, I'll on the next episode, whenever that is, I'll update that, because I'm not really on this episode pointing out which teams were involved yet. I know the Giants won, I'm sure about that, but I'm not sure who they beat, and that's not really my point here on this video. But I believe it was the Diamondbacks. Like I said, if it wasn't, you can update me on that, because I'm not going to quote anything about Arizona yet. I did choose the Giants, as far as before, the hand played out. So I'm not unhappy about the ones dropping with the Giants. This is, according to my research, the 24th one. So the letter X is now offset and is now small. So the only letter left that's large right now is the Y. So they have to offset the Y so that they can get some money to come down, supposedly to offset this sex contract that they're trying to offset. That's what's really going on. I'm just going to keep it real with you guys. The government is very intimidated, especially by myself and a few other people, because they feel like it could be a scenario where a Waco scenario or something like that could take place, because they're like, man, you got too much money, too many resources, and you know what I'm saying, in an area where you could actually gain power control. So we got to offset this contract so that you can't get no control over there where you at. You know what I'm saying? We want to keep control. They don't want you to break away and have your own land and all that. They don't want that. So they decided to make the ones drop, but they don't know. That's why I keep certain things a secret. And it's a big secret about the Giants is that is two things. The religion that I started is based out of, it's not based out of there, but one of the top people that's in it, one of my good homies too, from a long time ago. He the one to put me down with everything about the streets. Not put me down, but woke me up to it, definitely. Even through his music. I'm not gonna really go over who he is, but yeah, we got family out there in San Francisco. First and foremost, we gonna point that out. That's close family too. I'm just saying it like that, close family. Guys know I don't talk about my affiliations, but shout out to all my people though. But that's close family, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about that. We got proof through him. Last night we proved that we have access to the ones through him. So that's the 24th one. And then secondly, if I need to go ahead and go and put my eye in out there, I will. So I'm just warning you guys, if some people can go ahead and come up with monies because they feel like I need to come out to San Francisco and they need 13 Signs Astrology out there to build up to invest and monetize or whatever, I'm willing to come out there, for a certain price. As money is sent, of course, I'm willing to make my transition out to California. So, within the next 3 or 4 months, because I'm going to have to do it anyway. Because next year, when these ones start hitting in Cali, I'm going to have so much money out there, it ain't going to be nothing to me. It's going to be like water. You know what I'm saying? So, like selling water, basically. So, yeah, they dropped or whatever. That's what's going on. So, essentially now, what I'm going to do is on these next few episodes, go into some of the financial logistics. But I'll go ahead and point this out here. It was this one that dropped was like a quarter. Starting out, it works like this. It's deep. Because it works like this. It's initially it was the one dropping was maybe a $230-something thousand one within a week. That's pretty much how it's gonna go. So whatever you had. So say for instance you wanted to come in on this one. It's about a $230,000 ticket, to be honest with you. But you can match it and mock it if you wanted to by coming in with hundreds. Instead of coming with $230,000, you can come in with $230. Oh yeah, you can do it like that. If you know what you're doing, you can just work your way up. It's called a mock. But that's how much it's worth, as far as in my world. It could be worth more than, it could be worth 2.3 to somebody else. But it's worth 230-something thousand. That's the number on it. Actually 250-something thousand, believe it or not, when you add up a couple other aspects to it, because this one links us. This one is what links us, our blockchains, to out of the country. And that's why it's very expensive. So don't be out there talking about you part of the ones, you want all this money, man. You better be careful, because that shit is very expensive. They gonna have people from Russia and Israel and all of that looking for them if they don't come up with money this time, because this is the foreigners that's gonna come out with this one or whatever, because this is linking us to Israel. And through San Francisco Federal Reserve, this links us to overseas. Very key. So it's worth a lot of money. As far as how you would go about accessing it, you got to have some type of a verification process, meaning that you would have already had to have money invested. Like me, I already got $250,000, so I just paid it all up front. And then after a week, you could either, it's two ways it's gonna happen, because every week it cycles. So say for instance, you don't know what the fuck's going on, the next week you're gonna owe $500,000. Oh yeah, this shit doubles and even triples, depending. If you ain't paying nothing, don't. So that's why people are ignorant. They see these ones dropping, they playing and playing. As soon as the ones drop and they can't afford to play no more, they quit, and that's cool, but then you still owing people money. That's why it's like, don't get involved in rich bets if you can't finish them out on your level, though. So like I said, if you playing with hundreds, know what you playing with. You know what I'm saying? You ain't playing with thousands. You're not a thousandaire. You know what I'm saying? You playing with hundreds. So that's pretty much how it goes. Those ones that drop, I'm definitely connected, like I said, to bro out there. But bro, he's definitely gonna be the liaison until I either end up coming out there, because these ones do, as they progress, they tie into some contracts and things like that need to be totally perfected and solidified and put out, you know, to the world or whatever. You know what I'm saying, as far as certain information, because people are living off of other people's straw mans. That's the thing that these ones are going to point out. And I'm going to say this, in this area, until they come out and they offset about like 30 of them, they're not even going to come in and be able to see me. So don't worry, for people that follow me on my chain, I'm fine. I'm not going to have anybody come in and trying to one me and drop bombs on me. You know what I'm saying? It's set me up, because I already, for what, like I said, I paid them all the way off. And then secondly, they can't see me. That's what I wanted to point out. It's very important. Secondly, they can't see me here because I've been here past the amount of ones that they dropped. And me and my partner did ritual. I'm not gonna say what we did. We did a protection ritual and built up an insurance policy that protected us for up to 31. So you gotta be careful when you're doing a sex flag, because they'll try to like hit you. They'll try to hit you on your sex partner. These motherfuckers crazy. I don't get to do these ones. They'll try to hit you and kill you for sex, because they'll say that you're not of age and mature enough to finish up this contract. So as far as like sex, to like actually get into a sexual contract, they'll try to act like, you know what I'm saying, you aren't mature enough or aren't civilized enough, or whatever the case is, to even be able to do this. So shit is real important. I'm gonna go ahead and shut down and get to some other things. I thank you guys for listening and watching. I'm gonna go ahead and get this episode up. So yeah, that's the latest ones, man. The Giants, Diamondbacks, Giants won them. Coming back up north. Namaste.